Okay, it seems I've run out of time. To locate your front handguard back is not really an easy process, because you have to do a lot of operations simultaneously, and it always jams somewhere, and it's easy to become desperate when you're doing that. So trying to replicate all the features of the real steel gun, NPO did a great job of doing so, but when we start speaking about the usability or user friendliness, it's not the best product, I would say, because such a long battery installation is something what is not expected on the gun for this money. Fuck. Ну что там, ёбаный ты в рот, а? Ой. Oh, come on. Yes, now it's locked. Finally. So, 10 minutes and you're ready to go. Yeah, the construction of the battery compartment is absolutely crap. But it's like on the real steel in dimensions, and as with a Russian airsoft gun, you cannot use the unpack box to store your battery, and you have no wrist attachments. The only way to attach larger batteries to stick it with the electric tape somewhere here. Okay, I will try to test shoot. Another strange thing I've noticed in this gun is the ejector with the cocking handle. It has no function and it has no spring tension. So if you open it, it just stays opened, and there is no real, at least they could make a spring tension system just to have a nice sound of cocking the gun or something like that. And if you catch something in the field and it will stay open, all the dirt and mud will go inside. So not the best decision as well. On the right side of the gun you can see the serial number. They are all unique serial numbers. BM means the series itself for all the NPO guns, for Valve, Interest, Vichar, and this one. 161, it's a number of this particular gun, and 13 means the year of production. During several years, NPO had quite a few improvements and new parts developed for these guns, and with several different generations you can have some different parts, different polymer, different painting quality, different construction of some levers and some buttons. So they are they're improving their guns on an ongoing basis. Okay, when you open the gun, you can find this card which says that the muzzle velocity of this gun tested with a 0.2 gram BB. The BB was an SRC BB on the E9900 chronograph, was 112 meter per second in a short version and 118 with a suppressor attached. So not a big difference, because in their marketing materials they state like the gun can shoot about 320-330 feet per second in a short version, and by attaching the additional barrel it will shoot around 400 FPS, and the test result is a bit different. But as I have seen on some forum, it's valid when you install 130 or 140 spring inside the gearbox. The next is the magazine. These guns, they use their own magazines, also developed, designed and produced in Russia, so none of existing magazines will fit to this gun. They made completely of a polymer, again with a traditional Russian crappy quality. I mean crappy because it looks not as I got to with the Magpul, you know, with the normal quality Airsoft products. The polymer all in dimples, but it's quite soft and very, not soft, but it looks like it's soft. It's very hard and quite robust. So it locks very safe and sturdy. You cannot remove it from the gun as you can do with some very cheap Chinese or Taiwanese guns, and it's quite easy to remove it. So again, I'm not a big professional in doing that with the AK style guns. You out there who are playing with Kalashnikovs, you should know how to do this in a tactical way. As you can see, I'm not the biggest professional in doing so. Okay, another great point of this type of batteries, I will try to show you on my plate carrier. This is a normal Pentax Cirrus with the pouches designed to accept the M4, M16 magazines, and actually you can store these NPO AEG magazines in your standard pouches for M series magazines, and as I have tried earlier, you actually can store two of them. So they are thicker a bit, but as you can see, you still have the ability to use your normal pouches, so you don't have to buy the new pouches for your ammunition. That's a very great point for this gun. The next I wanted to show you is the suppressor. It comes with the gun, with the SR3M. It comes stock. With the SR3 Vicher, it doesn't come to reduce the price tag, but Vicher should have the thread on the flash hider. So the suppressor itself is made of steel. even even this part maybe still, I think. And it has nice design with this checkering on the middle section and the checkering on the tip. Excuse me. And it has an interesting spring-loaded system with an inner barrel inside. From the initial standpoint and from the communication which comes from NPO, the inner barrel should increase the muzzle velocity and increase the accuracy of your weapon. So it should give you some sort of versatility that you can have only one weapon for both CQB and for the field games. But recently I've found an article about this gun in a Russian Airsoft magazine, and they made an accuracy test. I haven't made an accuracy test myself yet, and the results, I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, so here you can see that without the suppressor the accuracy is actually better than with a suppressor attached, which is pretty weird. I don't know whether you have to do something after you've got the gun to make it work better with the suppressor attached rather without it. So to attach it, you just literally screw it in until it gets tight, and after it gets tight you have to turn it a bit more. Yeah, now it is locked. So there is a bit wobble, but nothing really serious. With the with the suppressor attached, the gun comes pretty large. It's bigger than M4 or AK. It's like an M16, I think, in the size, or like a small sniper rifle. And the weight distribution changes a bit because without the suppressor the gun is very stable. I've tried it on my table, and you can it can stay itself on the grips or on the magazine in the grip, so the balance is absolutely awesome without the suppressor. With the suppressor attached, the weight comes forward. Maybe it's good for an accuracy, but it's a bit annoying for moving with the gun because you have the weight of the gun in your left hand. So, as you should understand, the suppressor makes nothing with the sound of the gun. But it looks very similar to the valve with the suppressor attached. So for those of you who dreamed about having a valve but who wanted some versatility and the ability to convert it in a CQB weapon, this is a nice gun. They also do sell this clamp, which is a replica of a Zenith clamp. Actually, the price is the same for the Zenith clamp and for the NPO AEG clamp, because it's not a very complicated product to make. It's made of steel as well, and the wrist section is made of steel either. So I will not attach it in this review, but it works like you just clamp it to your suppressor, and it allows you to attach any Picatinny or 20 millimeters attachment, a torch or laser or whatever you want. Actually, using the clamp, you can attach an unpacked box somewhere on the suppressor, and you can use a larger battery instead of this one. But again, it will be not correct to the Russian style, I would say. So I will unscrew. To unscrew the suppressor, you should press the button here, and it will allow you to unscrew it. It's not a long process, and the threads are good enough. It's not an aluminum threads which you can easily damage. As I have showed you, it's a full steel construction. And what I also wanted to show you was the gearbox inside. You open the upper receiver, and you have a standard gearbox which is made by LCT. I think it's Taiwanese brand, and it makes a quite quality products. In the first generation of NPO AEG guns, they used an SRC gearboxes, and now they use LCT's gearboxes. I'm not a big fan of Russian stuff, and I have never had a version 3 gearbox in my hand, so I'm not the one who will be able to tell you something about the internal parts. The hop-up adjustment, I found it here, where you can see the screw. By moving it from one side to another, you adjust your hop-up. To install it back, sometimes it's so strangely made that this button can jam. Nothing really serious, it doesn't lock anything, block anything, but it's just a tad annoying to have these stupid things with the gun, which cost like enormously. Come on. As you can see, this button, it doesn't go back, and it's a small part. There is nothing really, catastrophic in it. But when you are paying, I have paid $1,000 for the gun itself, plus about $300 for the magazines, the battery, and the clamp. So when you're getting an airsoft gun which costs like I don't know, like a Sistema PTW, having all these small issues, it's a tad annoying. And yeah, if they want to develop and to compete on international market and to sell their guns not only to collectors of airsoft guns, but also for players who do skirmish a lot, they have to improve the quality and the stability of small parts work. So, general conclusion in 30 seconds. This gun is a very unique, very unusual thing on the market because it's produced in Russia and is not sold on international retailers. So for you out there who are collectors or who is a really Russian gear geek, it's a great weapon. For people on a budget, for normal skirmisher, it's not.